Creamy Tuscan chicken, juicy chicken breast in a rich, creamy sauce with sun-dried tomatoes, spinach, and parmesan. It sounds fancy, but it's actually surprisingly simple to make. Hi, I'm Zeedel, and welcome to another chapter of recipes I wish I had learned sooner, where I try dishes and techniques I somehow went far too long without learning. Today we are making Tuscan chicken, and along the way I will show you how I finally got that cream sauce right. Today's recipe really doesn't need that many ingredients, and if you live in the West, most of these should be pretty easy to find. Just hop into your nearest supermarket and grab some chicken breast, some baby spinach, some cooking cream, shallots or onions, garlic, Parmesan cheese, sun-dried tomatoes, Italian seasoning, and some chicken stock. And that's pretty much it. Let's start with the chicken. You know, chicken breasts are naturally thicker on one end than the other, so I'm cutting mine into cutlets first. Then we're going to use this little thing that looks like a hammer, a meat mallet, and gently pounding them to an even thickness. And there's actually a reason for doing this. An even piece of chicken cooks much more evenly, so you are not waiting for the thickest part to cook while the thinner end is slowly drying out. Once that's done, I'm going to keep the seasoning just simple: some salt, some Italian seasoning, garlic powder, and some freshly ground black pepper. I'll set the chicken aside while I quickly dice the shallots, mince the garlic, and chop the sun-dried tomatoes. And we are ready for the stove. Into a hot pan goes about a tablespoon of butter and a little vegetable oil. Then in goes the chicken. Once I get that initial sizzle, I like to bring the heat down slightly and let the chicken develop some color without being too aggressive with it. You don't necessarily have to cook the chicken completely at this stage because it can finish gently in the sauce later. I actually cooked mine through though. I used my thermometer and took the chicken to 74 degrees Celsius in the thickest part. So from this point, I'm really just trying not to overcook it when it goes back into the sauce. Once we have that lovely golden color on both sides, take it out and repeat with the remaining chicken. And please leave everything at the bottom of the pan. I can't really overemphasize on this. We want those brown bits, okay? So in the same pan, add the shallots. Once they are soft, then do this little trick which I picked up. I gather the shallots towards the center and put my garlic directly on top of them. That gives the garlic a little protection from the hot surface of the pan because burnt garlic can turn bitter very quickly. Give that about 30 to 45 seconds, then add the sun-dried tomatoes and let everything cook together for another minute or two. Now we can deglaze with the chicken stock. scraping up all those browned bits from the bottom. And this next part is probably the most important thing I learned from making this recipe. Don't rush to add the cream, okay? Let the stock reduce first. As it reduces, the flavor becomes more concentrated and you will notice the liquid starting to look slightly glossy rather than watery. When you drag your spatula through the center of the pan, you should be able to create a little path that stays open briefly before the liquid comes back together. You can see how the liquid has reduced considerably. Now you're going to add in the cream and just stir that. Once it starts to simmer, add the grated parmesan a little at a time. Now I'm going to tell you a little experience I had the first time I made this. I didn't reduce my stock enough. Then I added my cream and I basically had a very watery sauce that I kept cooking and cooking, trying to make it thick. And that is exactly what I didn't want to do here, okay? Especially because I'm using 13% cooking cream, which has much less fat than heavy cream. It doesn't have the same margin for error with prolonged high heat. So this time, reduce the stock first, then lower the heat. You don't want the pan aggressively boiling when the cream goes in. Add it, stir gently, and let everything come back to a gentle simmer. Once the sauce is thick and much more smooth, then add in your spinach. And don't be frightened by the amount. Every time I cook spinach, I'm reminded how deceptive this vegetable is. You start with what looks like enough spinach to feed an entire neighborhood, and 5 minutes later, you are wondering where it went. So if you are tempted to add more, go ahead. Once it wilts into the sauce, taste and adjust your seasoning. Then the chicken, you can reintroduce it back into the sauce. Since mine is already cooked through, I'm not trying to cook it all over again. I just want to warm it gently in that sauce and let everything come together. Now, with a name like Tuscan chicken, I naturally assume this particular creamy version came straight from Tuscany. Basically, that's not the case. There are traditional ways of cooking chicken, but this creamy version with spinach, parmesan, and sun-dried tomatoes is better described as Italian inspired or Italian American. So when you hear Italians saying, "We don't know this dish," they are not necessarily wrong. The name Tuscan seems to have traveled a little further than the recipe itself. And ladies and gents, boys and girls, look at that creamy sauce, sun-dried tomatoes, spinach, and tender, juicy chicken. And strangely enough, when I tasted this, something about that creamy, savory sauce reminded me of Cameroonian granose soup. Obviously, they are completely different dishes, but there was something familiar about that rich, nutty, savory feeling that immediately took my mind there. You can serve this with rice, mashed potatoes, pasta, and to tell you the truth, anything that's going to help you catch all of that sauce. And that's another recipe I can officially remove from my "why did it take me this long to learn this" list. Thank you so much for watching today's episode of Recipes I Wish I Had Learned Sooner. Let me know in the comments if Tuscan chicken is something you've made before, or if, like me, you're only just discovering it. I will see you in the next episode. Bye.